my producer Malcolm has put together this segment. I call it a sketch on Stephen King. Now, I saw this on Twitter's, but I didn't listen to the video or anything. So it's going to be a discovery for Kurt, myself, everybody, staff, everybody's. It's going to be a discovery about this story. So this would be interesting. Let's watch. Stephen King appears to be pranked by fake Zelensky, praises Nazi collaborator as a great man. So are we burying the lead? Okay, we're just gonna give you a little background, then we're gonna show you the video. The original video of the conversation was posted to Telegram by Russian comedians Vovan and Lexus. Now, you know that's not true because Russia doesn't have comedy.
Well, they got George W. These guys. I remember.
These are the same guys who got him.
Yeah, Vovan and Lexus.
So these comedian duo, we got to meet these guys. I bet they already pranked me and I don't know it. A duo that has made a name for themselves through their prank phone call. Last month, they pranked Harry Potter writer J.K. Rowling into thinking she was speaking to Zelensky amidst the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And they also did it to George W. Bush. They leave that out over at Mediaite. During the approximately 15-minute original video, King, who was wearing a Ukraine hat, tells Russian writers to shut up and appears to offer Zelensky, a former actor, the part of Pennywise the clown in a future adaptation.
Oh, I want to see this.
Oh, this is... Okay, here we go.
People who really love Ukraine, yeah, it's not Nazis. It's Azov. Of course, they love some people like Bandera. It's our national hero. So
Bandera, if you don't know, was the head of the Organization of Ukraine Nationalists. The group at one point pledged allegiance to Nazi Germany.
A little late.
And so Bandera is seen as a Nazi. And that's who they're talking about. So now they're pretending to, they're praising Bandera. And let's see what Stephen King says about Bandera, the Nazi.
What do you think about Bandera? He was in the Second World War, and he fought against Soviet Union. But yeah, he had some crimes, but it's not so big crimes. It's of course accidentally were crimes against Jews. But you know, it's really important to keep him opposed to Putin and his propaganda.
Well, yes, I mean there are always, you can always find things about people to pull them down. There's Washington and Jefferson were slave owners. That doesn't mean that they didn't do many good things for the United States.
No. He didn't just compare Bandera to Thomas Jefferson. Bandera committed ethnic cleansing, and
I thought he was going to go for Werner von Braun at least.
You can't. All right.
You see him smiling and nodding when he said the Nazi part to him.
This is right off Wikipedia. It says, which is a bad source to get for people, by the way. I reject and denounce myself for using them as a. Stepan Bandera was a Ukraine nationalist leader, politician, and theorist of the militant wing, served as head of the Organization of Ukraine Nationalists, organization responsible for massacres and ethnic cleansing, also implicated in collaboration with Nazi Germany. So, yes, he was a Nazi collaborator and committed death. So here we go.
Okay. There are always people who have flaws. We're human. You know, there are things that...
I'm human. So I did a little ethnic cleansing here and there. Come on. You got to break a few eggs to make an omelet. Am I right? You're kidding me that he's doing this. Malcolm, this is unbelievable. I did not know he did this.
He thinks he's talking to Zelensky, which, by the way, that voice, I would immediately think I was being pranked.
Pranked.
It was not Zelensky.
Exactly.
It sounds like a guy doing a prank phone call. Hey, how you doing?
He sounds like Stephen King is so self-important. He's like, I'm the man who wrote The Stand. So obviously Zelensky in the middle of a war would call me personally Stephen King. He probably saw my tweets.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
want to talk to a real hero.
Here we go.
What we do that are bad choices, and then there are things that we do that are great choices. So, on the whole, I think Bandera is a great man, and you're a great man, and viva Ukraine.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God. So it just goes to show you that, having a talent in one area of art does not mean that you have any expertise or insight into anything else. So he writes a good, scary book. That doesn't mean he knows anything about Ukraine or Bandera or Nazis or geopolitics or anything. Public policy. He's got a Ukraine hat on.
Like, ask him about. I wish they asked him about Trump after he got done saying how sometimes people have flaws.
Yeah, what about Trump?
You just gave to a real war criminal Nazi from that era. Unbelievable.
When the Germans invaded the USSR, Kurt, in June 1941 and captured the East Galician capital of Lvov, Bandera's lieutenants issued a declaration of independence in his name. They further promised to work closely with Hitler, then helped to launch a pogrom that killed 4,000 Lvov Jews in a few days, using weapons ranging from guns to metal poles.
Well, you weigh the good with the bad.
We will lay your heads at Hitler's feet, a Bandera's pamphlet proclaimed to Ukrainian Jews. As an uncompromising leader of the militant terrorist branch of the Organization of Ukrainian Nationalists, Bandera became a Nazi collaborator who lived with his deputies under German protection after World War II began. In preparation for the attack on the USSR, the Nazis recruited Bandera's followers to act as Ukrainian-speaking policemen and to serve in 2 Ukrainian volunteer army battalions. The Germans intended to keep Ukraine for themselves. They arrested Bandera for his intransigence on the issue of independence, but released him in 1944 when it appeared that his popularity with Ukrainians might help stem the Soviet advance. But whatever their disappointment with the Germans, the Banderas never disagreed with their Jewish policy in Ukraine, which eventually killed 1.5 million Ukrainian Jews. If authentic, this recording would come on the heels of King recently apologizing on Twitter for spreading fake news about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. The author, that would be Stephen King. The author reposted a false story about DeSantis requiring teachers to register their political views with the state. Twitter is a constant learning experience, and I will try to do better, King said in a statement.
Along with my good friend Volodymyr Zelensky, who just called me recently.
That's a crazy video.
He's an idiot. And by the way, I do like a lot of his stuff, but he's kind of a hack. And every goddamn story of his, it's always like there's like these. I don't know where he went to school, but I don't remember any bullies that would carve their name into your stomach or like. I think a lot of that's just something's wrong with him.
Okay, yeah. There's obviously something. He does seem like an idiot who has a gift for writing scary books. That's
hey,
what it looks like.
I hit a guy with my car. I mean, we all have done things.
Sacramento, back here in Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Indianapolis, Louisville, Cincinnati, Tulsa, Oklahoma City. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets for all our shows.